A one frame shootout. Always nice to get a good break off. And as our good friend John Parrott says, in the deciding frame, you just want to get one chance. And maybe this is that chance for Stephen Hendry, who has knocked in a few cracking long balls, but there's a lot of pressure on this.
Oh, what can you say? What can you say? He's knocked in nearly every long ball, and that couldn't have gone any better. Look where he's finished on the blue. Beautiful shot.
And I'll tell you what, Joe, if the black had been free, he would have knocked in a sizable break, but it's not going to be straightforward because of that reason.
6.
The pink might be out of commission at the moment also. Now, has he got a good enough angle to go straight into the pink? It was Stephen Hendry who first played this shot, where you plot the blue and cannon into the pink and red's full ball. Not this time. He's played for the loose red that's available.
Yeah, he nearly landed on this red to be able to free the black. He's just come a fraction too far. I think that's what his intention was, but he may have to go back up for the blue here.
Oh, he may be trying to nudge the red away. He is, and he's played it beautifully.
Oh, what a shot. He's a little unfortunate that he's left himself hampered over the red. But that shot that Dennis said was a beautiful shot to play. At one time, Stephen Hendry, in my opinion, was probably the best middle pocket player
20.
I've ever seen. And here's that beautiful little cannon there to free the black.
Well, Joe, he's going to have to pull one out here into the middle pocket, because that is not easy.
Oh, he's had a stroke of luck there, you know. Holds his hand up, but he's blocked the red going in this right corner. It's a real stroke of luck. And even the safety is getting better. And that's got Nigel Bond in all kinds of bother there. No easy path back to baulk here. Near this red nearest the right corner. But oh, well, he just caught the paint there, and that's probably his best safety shot of the day. That was an absolute belter of a shot. Nothing wrong with those eyes, Nigel. To check the cue ball back down the table. This is where he just caught the paint.
Yeah, he thought about the shot that we suggested, and in the end he played a brilliant thin snick there. Bit thick again, so he's coming up short, but there's nothing potable, but a long way short of where he intended to be.
You know, when he's put under pressure, Stephen, with those thin safeties, he gets it right. Well, that's a great kiss.
Well, I said, who's going to play the telling safety? That was very fortunate there. Just wondering if the middle pockets, he's going to have to play this with side to try and get Joe's shot. Is it hard enough? It looks pretty good to me. Is it going to reach? Well played.
Yeah, great judge of pace, great direction. Another good safety from Nigel.
No. Now, is he fortunate again?
He needs a bit of luck. And to be fair, it could have been a lot easier for Nigel Bond. This red is on, but getting to a colour from it is not easy at all.
One. Nigel Bond, 1.
Well, he's happy with that.
Might have to change his name to the Octorada Grinder. He's putting a spell in here of good tough match grinding snooker.
Stephen Hendry learns a new game. Match snooker. And this time it's Nigel who's a little fortunate catching the pink. He caught the red much too thin.
He's taking a pot on, the one to the right of the pink, with a little bit of safety in mind. Wow, what a shot. What a shot. And what about the kiss? Oh, well, have a look at that for a couple of kisses.
Didn't he deserve that though, Dennis? What a shot that was. Look at this for a pot. Incredible, the shot. It deserves to be a match winner. Yeah, a couple of good kisses, but what did they say? Fortune favours the brave.
And can he go on
9.
and secure this match?
$16.
And sometimes it helps when you see some safe reds on the cushion, just in case you do miss.
17.
He's still got another 3 reds that he can go at.
There was times he was going to give up altogether, but he's hung in there. He's put the bit of practice in, and it's starting to pay off.
His long potting this evening, Dennis, has been absolutely superb. The best I've seen it for a long time.
32.
And as I said earlier, he seems to be getting stronger out there.
33.
And all that was lacking with Stephen Hendry's game was that bit of confidence. So you'll have to watch out for the 7 times King of the Crucible in this sort of form.
40. 41.
Just overhit it slightly, but he could take the pink, screw the cue ball to the cushion. And he's not there yet.
Stephen Hendry, 41.
Isn't it amazing? That black would have put him 67 in front with only 67 remaining. But you would think he's a strong favourite the way the reds are situated here.
One.
Yeah, it's risky to play that shot though. Could go in off. And it could be end of break. Oh, well, what about that?
9.
He turned round to Stephen, he didn't play the plant. Amazing that. Stephen's in his seat laughing.
Well, the way he played it, it looked like he played the plant. Obviously not. 51 the difference, so he needs a colour. He now can only tie the frame.
Nigel Bond, 9.
And you know, there's a gap as Nigel sits down. If this red goes in, he'll be getting out of that seat, but just to congratulate Stephen Hendry, but he can't get through to that red because of the pink. So this one is far from easy.
Oh, and that wasn't far away at all, was it? I think it was only the pace that kept it out.
It was a clever shot, though. Here's the unintended plant. It looked a brilliant shot, but Nigel turned around to Stephen and said, "Sorry about that, Stephen." But yeah, the way Stephen has just played that shot there with the rest, he could have tried to make sure of the putt, but he forced it because he knew he would cover the red by the pink there. Yeah, difficult to find the angle to get up behind the brown, so just a containing safety. Or can Nigel get up behind that brown? He's fluked the red. Where's the, oh, look at this.
Well, he certainly didn't want that in. He needed 8 points from that red. That's an absolute disaster for Nigel Bond.
Blue.
He's going to need snookers even if this blue goes in.
I think that
Nigel Bond 1.
was a must pot on the blue, as Joe said, but it was a fluke that he didn't want. 2 snookers, as Joe mentioned, required. That's a clever shot, getting the black away from its spot.
Well, it's a long time, Dennis, since that red with the rest that Nigel had to win frame and match, to win it 4-2. But you've got to give full credit to this man. He's played so well. His safety's been brilliant as well, but his long potting and break building have been absolutely superb.
And he'd be feeling pretty good, even though he's won all the titles and he's won 7 world championships. Inside, he will be absolutely delighted with himself, I can tell you. It may be the seniors, but it means an awful lot to this man to put this sort of performance in. And Nigel comes forward to congratulate them. They're the best of friends. Nigel was looking a strong favourite, but in the end, you've got to give it to the 7 times King of the Crucible, Stephen Hendry. He's pulled one out of the fire and he beats Nigel Bond on the deciding frame, 4 frames to 3.
Yeah.